Hi everyone, thank you for joining this workshop practice and tips for Duolingo exams. If you are interested in taking the Duolingo exam, this webinar is for you. My name is Juanito Asiama from Global Studies, Recruitment Manager. We are an educational agency where we help you all the application process to study abroad. Today, our special Duolingo trainer guest is Iván Quiroz. He is CEO Educenter, who helps you to get ready to Duolingo exam, IELTS exams, TOEFL, IBT, and others. Also, our student audience are Natalia Merin, Michelle Lopez, Paulina Rosero, Araceli Urquidi, y Pedro Paniagua. Hi, Iván. Thank you for accept to join our workshop.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the invitation. Today we're going to talk about the Duolingo exam and all details, tips, so that we can get a good score, okay?
Okay. So we start the workshop.
Yeah, I don't know if I have to make the workshop in Spanish, English, and but it depends on the audience, okay? So I guess all of you are going to take the Duolingo exam, right?
Yeah. We are Pedro Paniagua. Hello, Pedro Paniagua. Welcome
Hello.
to this workshop.
Oh, hello.
Also, here, Alexander Galvan. He is
Hello.
Hello, Alexander.
And Brigitte Aneta. Hello, Brigitte. How are you?
Hi.
How are you?
Okay, thank you.
Esmeralda Chavez. Hello, Esmeralda. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Hello, Esmeralda.
Hello.
Genesis Viviana Teneta. Hi, Genesis.
Hi.
Finally, Araceli Urquidi. Hello, Araceli. How are you? Okay, so please start with the workshop.
Okay, so how many of you are going to take the Duolingo exam? Raise your hand. No one?
No.
Okay, so sometimes I know it's we feel like lonely. We don't know. We feel confused, right? Sometimes we have to take the test. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to get ready to this exam, and yeah, sometimes it's difficult to get some exercises, right? And we don't know about our English skills. So that's why we are here, okay? I'm here to help you, guide you, get a better score, okay? So I have something that I want to share, presentation. I prepared this in Spanish, but you know, I didn't know this. But let me share with you. It's the, so can you see my screen now? Yes?
Yes, I can see.
Yes.
Okay, feel free to ask me questions while we're doing this. I prepared this, as I said before, in Spanish, but don't worry, we can. I guess all of you speak Spanish, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, except Alexander?
Yes.
No, I so, yeah.
A little bit? Todos? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
So what is the Duolingo exam? it's like es un examen de inglés, right? It's an English test designed so that you can measure your ability to communicate in the academic environment. Okay. The advantages is like, of course, it's faster than some other exams, because you just need to have you will be in an hour. The test lasts like an hour, and then 2 days later you will receive your scores. Okay, that's why it's simpler. Then it's cheaper, because as you know, like well, I have here the price in dollars, right? I don't know in pounds, but it's like $50 compared to some other exams that you have to pay at least $200. Okay, so yeah, because of the cost, is also something that's an advantage. Then also it's not as difficult as the TOEFL exam or the IELTS exam. This one, the Duolingo, is very similar to the Versen exam. So that's why people want to take this type of exams. Okay, it's important that you understand this. It's convenient, right? You don't need to wait. You can take the exam online anytime. So that's why it's also very I think it's an advantage to you. Okay, then how it works: accessible, precise. Yes, it's an exam, right? Measures your ability to communicate in English in the academic settings. So you have an advantage there. ¿Quiénes aceptan el examen? Well, that's the problem of Duolingo. The Duolingo, for example, compared to the TOEFL exam, the TOEFL exam is accepted in more than 150 countries, right? But this one is like 50 countries, you know. Not every institution may accept this exam. That's maybe one of the problems of Duolingo, okay? Prepárate para el examen, right? What to do? That's the typical question, right? Prepárate para el examen. So what we can do to get ready to the test? Well, there are many tools, right, about the preparation. What you have to, it's very important that you deal with the stress, okay? The stress of the exam. I know, right? I know it's like I've been there, so I understand you guys. It's like sometimes what you have to take a test, and there's no enough time to get ready. So yeah, it's very stressful, and you don't know what to do. Piece of advice: try to find a tutor, a coach. Try to find someone that can help you. Okay. In Educenter, for example, we have excellent preparations for the Duolingo exam, for the Versen exam, for the TOEFL exam, for the IELTS exam, and I am a tutor of those exams, so we do this every day, and we've been there. Okay, we've been there with the stress. And for example, I studied in the United States. Okay. And I have taken many English exams. Okay, so I know that what you may feel now. First step, I would say, find someone that can guide you. Okay, so it's good to have you today. Then aprender inglés. No para hacer un examen, right? So you have to learn English. English is communication. So a piece of advice: if you want to get ready for this exam, focus on communication. Okay, not on perfection, more communication. All right, communication, talking. Okay, for example, here I have Pedro, right? Pedro, where are you
Yes.
from?
I'm from Bolivia.
Okay, me too. Excellent. And Alexander, where are you from?
Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic. Yeah. It's an island, right?
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I've seen pictures and yeah, excellent. Brigitte, where are you from? Brigitte, no?
Hi,
Ah,
you heard me?
yes. Where are you from, Brigitte?
I'm from Ecuador.
Ecuador, right? I've lived in Ecuador many years. I love Ecuador. Okay, and
Really?
yes, yeah, I've lived in Quito for many years, right? So
Oh, the
I'm
capital.
the capital. Yes,
Capital city.
capital city. The weather is good. It's the highland, but it's good. And Esmeralda,
Mhm.
where are you
It's
from?
better than Guayaquil.
It's better than Guayaquil. Yes, Guayaquil is hot. Yes, I know. So you see, that's communication. You understand? That's communication. Esmeralda,
I'm from
where
Spain.
and you live in London, right?
Yes, now I live in London.
Yeah, excellent. And Genesis, where are you from?
I'm from Ecuador.
Ecuador. You see, like I love that place, that country. Okay. And Araceli, where are you from? Or where do you live, Araceli? No. Well, never mind. It's like my point is you have to practice your English. Okay. You will never improve if you never practice. Focus more on communication. Don't worry about mistakes. Try to answer questions. Okay, it's very important, the communication. Okay, even if you make mistakes, don't worry. Okay, English at the end, your exam is communication. They want to see if you're capable of communicating in English in the academic settings. That's why in the Duolingo exam you have to read, you have to speak, right? You have to listen, you have to write. So that's something that you have to practice every day if you want to get a good score. All right. Um, what else about the exam, right? ¿Cómo practicar tu inglés? It says here, right? Yeah, speaking. By speaking, you have to speak every day. Okay, try not to speak in Spanish. Try to speak in English. Usually, try to say an answer and something else. Okay, so usually an answer, but try to add something always. That's a good answer. Okay. For example, I said, "Where are you from?" Right? Or what's your occupation? So you have to try to always answer something else. That's speaking. Okay. Make a point. In the Duolingo exam, you will have the chance to speak. Okay. 1 minute, 3 minutes. You have to speak about a topic. So you'd better start practicing. Okay. Yeah, it says in here, cuando veas películas, right? So when you watch movies, try to describe what you heard, what you watched. Okay, try to describe. For example, Pedro,
Yes,
what was the last movie you watched?
I watched Batman.
Batman. Yeah, I
Batman,
love.
yes.
Yeah, Batman is good, right? There are many
And
different versions.
the Batman of Christopher Nolan by Christopher.
Oh yeah, that's excellent.
Yes,
Just
it's
Justice
great.
League, right? Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I listen to an echo. So try to disconnect your microphone, please. Just when you have to speak, you can connect your microphone. Yeah, that would be better. Okay, so writing. How to improve writing? Try to write, okay? Maybe your opinion, maybe a paragraph. For example, you can describe the city you live in. I guess it's London. So you can write something about London, right? Something special about London. I can, I don't know much, but I know that in London, there's a neighborhood named Notting Hill. And there was a movie, right, related to that. I don't remember. I don't recall the name of the movie. But you see, you can write or type something related to London, for example. Tonight, maybe you can do it. Try to write good sentences. That's very important. Pay attention to punctuation, okay? Pay attention to vocabulary and grammar structures, okay? Because it's an exam. In an exam, you have to be very specific, okay? What I mean is like try to identify the subject, the verb, try not to make too many mistakes. Reading, yeah, of course. Reading, you have to, yeah, it's very important that you start reading a book, an article, newspapers, right? Something taken from the internet, but start reading and start getting vocabulary. That's very important, guys. Because if not, your vocabulary will be very short, and it would be difficult for you to actually speak more, okay, or write more or understand more. In the Duolingo exam, yeah, you have to have vocabulary, or at least a medium level, because you have to fill in some blanks, okay. Listening is very important. Pay attention to the pronunciation. Pronunciation is very important. If you wanna pass an exam, you have to pay attention to sounds, okay. It's not the same if you say, for example, pencil compared to pencil. The piece sometimes is stronger, okay. So there are some exams in which pronunciations are critical, okay. And try to listen and try to understand. Actually, try to take notes while listening. That's very important. Try to get details, specific information, okay. When I say details, I mean numbers, names, facts, events, right? Classifications, definitions, because that's the exam about. It's like you will listen to short conversations and you have to get specific information, okay. So if you watch movies, Netflix, I don't know, right? Amazon Prime, yeah, but in English, please, not Spanish, okay. So that's another way. Cómo dar lo mejor de ti, or I don't know. Mentality is very important, okay. Some people go to the test to lose, right? But no, you have to go to win. You have to go to get the highest score. How to get the highest score? Practice is the secret, okay. Today we're going to practice. I'm here to show you what to do these days to get a good score. Of course, it would be better with you and a tutor and a professor, okay. You have to make sure that you know everything about the test, okay, the environment of the test, that your computer is working, that you have a microphone, that you have good speakers, okay. That's my advice. And your internet connection also, it's very important. Privacy, yes, yeah, that you have paper and pen, that you are in a room, right, private room, not with your dog and with your husband, wife. I don't know if you have somebody, but try to have or find a place in which you can take a test, okay. You have to check your equipment. It's very important. So those are details, but very important for the Duolingo exam. Take into account that you will take the exam in your computer online, okay. and there are some exercises, so that's very important. Tómate tu tiempo. Yes, on your own rhythm, okay? So pace yourself. It's very important. Before the exam, yeah, you have to create an account in duolingo.com, okay? englishtest.duolingo.com. You have to create an account, and then you have to register. That part is not difficult, guys. You can take an exam. It's not difficult. The difficult part is getting a good score, okay? So during the exam, this part is difficult. Concentration, please. Think on what you're doing. It's an exam, and try to do the task wisely, okay? Después del examen, after the test, yeah, you will get a score after 48 hours. So yeah, that's the advantage, okay? Estructura del examen. I don't know if you know. Have you ever taken the Duolingo exam? Any of you? Alexander, Brigitte, Esmeralda, Genesis?
No.
Nobody?
Yes, me too. Yes, I take.
Yeah. How was that? Can you tell us a little bit?
So, no, it's too difficult, but you need to improve your speaking, reading, listening.
Yeah.
About yes, all them because it's about English. Yes.
English, right? Yes. So it's an exam. It seems not that difficult, but details are the secret. Okay, details. So the structure, it's simple. Okay, there are some sections in which you have to read, speak, read, write, and so on, right? Or choose the correct word. Okay, so the structure is not that difficult. I will show you today. Okay, I'll give you some tips, but in general, yeah, it's details are the secret to get a high score. Okay, as you said, as you can see here, una sola sección. Yes, there are sections in the exam. The Versant and the Duolingo exams are similar. Okay, for example, in this one, secciones del examen, it says, right? Introduction, right? Registration. Then this part is the actual exam. Yes. And then the interview, entre comillas, right? The interview, it's like a video, right? That shows you writing and speaking. Okay. So that's the test about. Okay. Like 3 parts. And here some sections. Okay. So sobre las preguntas del examen. About the questions. Today I'm here to give you some tips so that you can face this test better. Okay. But of course, my advice is try to find a preparation in Educenter. Okay. Try to get a tutor. That's much better. All right. But if you want to start with the preparation, okay, general tips, estrategias para hacer exámenes, right? Yeah, use your time wisely. Don't rush. Don't do things too fast. Not too slow, not too fast. Use the time wisely, the whole time, okay, for each question. If you're taking notes, please take notes. It's very important. People make mistakes all the time in this stuff. They wanna rush, right? Like if you have 3 minutes to speak, and the question is, which one is better, men or women? But you have 3 minutes. Don't say women or men because we're, I don't know, we're stronger, right? But what about the rest of the time? You understand that? It's like use time wisely, not too fast, but not too slow. Okay. Then yeah, it's like errors are not penalized, so it's good. Okay. Yeah, if you usually get nervous because of timing, don't look at that. I think, or don't take that into account. But in general, in every test, time is important, and you have to practice with time. That if you practice with time, that will help you to get used to that. Okay, timing. Then escritura, right? Ortografía, grammar, right? Punctuation, capital letters. So I see sometimes people writing and they don't even care about grammar or punctuation, right? Or capital letters. For example, in English, don't write I love you, right? Like this. Do you think it's correct?
No.
No? I love you. No. Or even worse, right? A heart here. No, please. It's a test, okay? First of all, in English, the pronoun I is always in capital letters. Always, okay? No signs or the signals. No, don't use that. Don't use this you, okay? Write the way it is. I love you, right? Period. Always period. Next sentence. Transition, comma, next sentence. So it's a test. So guys, you have to convince the graders that you write. So always complete sentences, pay attention to punctuation, capital letters, grammar structures, okay? I will give you, I can give you more tips, right? But today is just in general that you have to pay attention to that in writing, okay? Piece of advice, maybe start typing or start copying some articles, okay? Analyze the way writers write, okay? And that way you will understand better. Oh yeah, this punctuation. For example, in English, I don't know if you knew this, but in English, you cannot link two sentences with a comma. That's a mistake. So you cannot say, I love my father, he's a nice guy. So no, you cannot link the two sentences with a comma. You have to say, I love my father, comma, and, right, he's a nice guy. So that's correct, but this is incorrect. So that's grammar structures. You have to understand the way writers write, okay? Some I know sometimes it's boring for some of us, right? Grammar, but you don't need to be experts at grammar. You just need to understand the general rules, okay? Estructura de las oraciones, yeah. Sentences, remember, subject. After the subject, you may need a verb. Every sentence in English must have a subject and a verb. Then you may need an object. Then you may need modifiers. Here in the modifiers, the most famous are place and time, okay? So try to organize your sentence. How do you say in English, está lloviendo?
It's raining.
Like
It's
this,
raining.
it's raining?
It's raining.
No, with a T.
No,
No.
it's rain.
Yes, because it has to have subject and a verb, okay? So every sentence in English must have subject and a verb. Don't write it's raining, right? Or even worse, right? It's raining. No, okay? So pay attention when you're writing every sentence. Take into account that it must have a subject, it must have a verb, sometimes the object, sometimes modifiers of place or time, okay? Pronunciation. Habla fuerte, it says, right? Speak up, but not too loud. Don't yell, okay? It's a test. So speak up, yes. Claro, clarity is important. Open your mouth. no rush, okay? You have to speak clearly, okay? So in the written exam, you need to read lines, for example, okay? Yeah, don't rush, but speak up and clear, okay? Then you have here, yeah, not important, I think. Type of questions. Yeah, I prefer to show you the actual exam, okay? In the actual exam, you will see on screen like this one, and you have the time, right? Running instructions always. Then the actual exercise that you're supposed to do, and picture, and the next, right? The next button, okay? For example, in this case, you're supposed to complete this part, right? Sam bought a new car yesterday. He is often cold, right? And he choose so you have to complete this. Maybe you can help me later, right? We will do exercises today. You want to do exercises or not? No?
Yes, please.
Yes.
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 Okay, so we're going to do this type of exercises, but you have to understand what to do, right? So, in instrucciones, siempre lean, well, always read instructions carefully, okay? This type of exams are just based on instructions, right? For example, in this case, read and complete, right? What you're supposed to do. Yeah, you have to read and then complete, okay? These spaces, right? These spaces. Yeah, tips, for example. It says in here, leer el párrafo por completo, right? Yeah, the tips is like sometimes if you want to add information, you have to understand ideas. So don't read just this part, in other words. You have to read the sentence so that you can understand the context. So in this type of questions, don't read just this part. Read everything, okay? Lee el párrafo, it says, right? Then pistas contextuales, it means that pay attention to sentences, pay attention to parts, okay? Try to identify the type of word that you need. It could be a subject, it could be a verb, it could be an adjective, it could be an adverb, okay? So pay attention to the type of word that you need and the context. That will help you to have better clues, right? Better clues to, of course, get the correct answer. Usa la barra espaciador, it says, right? Yeah. Not that important, I would say. O la tecla suprimir para volver atrás. Yeah, you can go back, actually, in this exam, okay? You can go back. If you want to go back, you just need to use this key, okay? If you're going to take the Duolingo, this is a typical question, okay, in which you have to read and select, okay? You have to select the words that you think are common words in English, okay? Of course, there are words that don't exist at all, okay? In here it says, yeah, you have to select the English, right? The English words that for example, in this one, I am. This is a suspect, right? This is, I don't know if it's a word. How about road? I don't know, right? What do you think about golf? Yeah, we will do these exercises, okay? And now I'm just explaining, but you have to select some words that you think are real English words, okay? And some of them, of course, are not English words, okay? So tips, if you're taking notes, do it, because this is important. Select the words, right, that you think are real, right? But in here it says confía en tu instinto, right? Follow your heart, okay? You want to follow your heart, do it. But more than your heart, I think it's if you have more time to get ready for the Duolingo, by reading, I used to read books in English, like I used to start reading books, okay, written in English a lot. And during that period of time in my life, I started getting vocabulary. For example, mumble. I don't know if you know the meaning of mumble. No? Do you know the meaning? Or alacrity. Alacrity. I don't know if you know the meaning of alacrity. Or I don't know if you know the meaning of frugal, right? Or garrulous. Have you ever heard this word?
No.
Garrulous?
No.
Yeah, I got those words by reading, guys. Okay, so when you read with your dictionary, right, you start getting words, right, to understand. And that's a piece of advice. If your test is next week, no, of course, right, there's no time. But if you're going to take the test maybe later, yeah, by reading you will gain lots of words. And then at the moment of choosing this, you will understand, yeah, this one I've heard. Yeah, I know. I remember this one. Oh, yeah, it's good. So that's what I want. It's not only your heart, in other words, okay? It's not follow your heart, right? No, it's more, of course, you have to trust on the words that you know. But yeah, start reading a little bit more. Try to get more words. Mumble, murmurar. Murmurar. It's a verb. Mumble. He mumbled. Es como hablar en tu boca, right? It's like inside. Yes. For example, frugal, tacaño, right? Garrulous, talkative. So, it's like it's reading, okay? It's like you have to read. Then read, lee con atención, it says, right? So you have to pay attention to the spelling, I would say, because sometimes the error is the spelling, okay? Like business, right? Business. No. You don't say business. So pay attention to spelling. Sometimes it's the problem here is sometimes it's spelling, okay? I think that's it. We're going to practice this one, okay? We're going to practice this one. Then the type number 3 is listen and select. Escucha y selecciona, right? So you have to listen and select. You have to select the real English words, right? So the real English words from the list, okay? The difference is like in here you have to listen. So it's very similar to the other type of, or the other exercise, but in the difference is like instead of reading you have to listen. Yeah, okay. It's the objective is like they want to see if you understand, right? Comprehension, conversation. That's what they want. Yeah, make sure you listen to every syllable in the word, okay? Pay attention to details, all right? Because there are also traps. Typical traps is like it's not exactly what what is expected, okay? So pay attention to every syllable of each word, okay? Try to see small differences, right, with real words. For example, in North America, yeah, I used to say, yeah, I am living, right? Live and leave. What is the difference? Now and no. Is there any difference?
Obviously.
Yes.
Yes. In the pronunciation, yeah, this one is different. Now, ahora, no, right? You don't pronounce the K. Yeah, some people try to pronounce as Spanish, right? Cano. No, don't pronounce the K, okay? Now, no. But this one is the same, guys. Leave. You understand? So it's like sometimes it's difficult in English, and that's why you have this type of exams. Pay attention to pronunciation parts, small differences with actual words, okay? For example, how do you say mentiroso?
Liar.
Liar, right? Usually men, right? Oh, you're a liar, right? How do you say abogado?
Lawyer.
Sometimes lawyers are liars. Okay, sometimes. How do you say capa? So you see, liar, lawyer, layer. Una capa de, right? Layer. So that's English. That's your exam. Pay attention to differences, right? Liar, lawyer, layer. Okay? You can wear in layers. T-shirt, shirt, then a nice sweater. So it's like you wear in layers. En capas. Te vistes en capas, right? Lawyer, liar. Okay, so your exam is about this. It's like details. You want to get a perfect score, pay attention to details, okay? Yeah, let's go next. Listen and type, it says, right? The listen and type part, it's not difficult. You have to listen, right? And then type the statement that you heard, right? So you listen to something and you have to type. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Escriba las oraciones que escuchas, it says, right? That's what you have to do. Instructions, right? So maybe the only tip here is like, escribe primero lo que escuchas. So yeah, try to type the first thing that you get, okay? And then you can reproduce the sentence to check, right? That is correct. So the first thing is like, maybe you listen, you write, okay? You can listen to the sentence twice, okay? Or 3 times, it says, in total. So the first time, yeah, listen, type, okay? Then you can check. You can listen again, then check, okay? This is related to dictation. Practice dictation, please. Listen to a person talking, maybe YouTube, and type, okay? Type, and then check. That's my advice. Or use an audiobook. Use an audiobook. Listen. It's like dictation, right? Listen, type, and then check. Compare with the book. But this is like, you have to practice. It's not a power that you have, okay? You have to practice every day so that you can get used to, okay? In person exam, you have the same stuff. In Duolingo exam, yeah, very similar. Next, type 5, read aloud. Lee en voz alta, right? So you have to record your voice while you're reading, right? A sentence that is there, right? For example, here you have, record yourself saying the statement below. Here, what you have to understand is like pronunciation is tested. Pronunciation, fluency is tested. Because when you're not fluent, you will start reading like want to be. So yeah, of course, it's not the good score, but don't run. Okay, it's pace yourself, but not too slow. But try to read with confidence, remember, pronunciation is important, okay? So I want to be certain, right? That they, something that is tested all the time is like you have to pronounce the th, okay? Make an effort. This is not they, is they. This is not that, is that, okay? That, they. Genesis, can you read this part?
Yes. Which one?
Can you pronounce this like me? They,
They
that,
and
that, no?
that. Yeah.
Yes. Pedro, for example, how do you say they?
They.
Yes, they have. They have.
They have.
Yes, good. Under, for example, or this is inside. Understood me. Under. So
Under.
it's, yeah, understood me, right? So when you read, it's a test. Make an effort to pronounce properly, okay? The P's are stronger. The T's, right? In England, for example, they say much better, right? The better. So the T is stronger. It's not like Latino T, right? So pay attention to that. The C is stronger, right? There is a difference between V and B. V and B, okay? V, B. That, remember, that, the endings. So that's my advice. It's like with the audiobook, you will listen to people talking and try to imitate them, okay? That's very important. So it's not only reading. Some people say, oh, Duolingo is fácil, right? It's piece of cake. They read, but they don't know what they're supposed to do. You have to read with fluency, and pronunciation is important. Part by part. If you have like 2 or 3 part sentences, you have to read bit by bit. For example, in this part, I want to be certain that is another part. It's a different part, right? That and another sentence. So it's like you have to try to read bit by bit, okay? Tips. Yeah, practice. Practice you reading aloud, okay? Sentences. Punctuation is important for intonation, for parts, okay? Pauses are very important. Pauses, guys. You're not robots, okay? Pauses. Period, you have to stop, okay? Speak up. Habla fuerte, okay? Natural pace. Natural pace, okay? Don't run. Pronunciation. As you see, it's like my tips to you, okay? You just have 20 seconds, okay? Just one chance to record the sentence. So make your best. Do your best, okay? That's it. Next, the ones that you have that took the test. I know this is very familiar to you, right? Oh, type 6 is right about the photo, okay? Escribe acerca de la foto. What do you see, Alexander? What do you see in this picture?
I can see people in the beach,
Yeah, people in the beach. Excellent.
like
People
a
in the beach.
family. Yes.
Like a family. Yes, excellent. That's what you have to write here, right? I see people on the beach, like a family, right? That's what you're supposed to do, okay? You have to describe the image. It says 1 or more sentences, it says, right, on the picture. A piece of advice is like try to describe everything, details. For example, what else do you see, Brigitte, here?
I can see that it's a sunny day,
Excellent, sunny day, right?
and also we can see the water is nice, plus the sun. Like, oh my gosh, I forgot the name. And the sun.
sea, the sun,
The
right?
sea, and the sun is really nice too.
Yeah. So you said you said sea, the sun, right? And Alexander said like a family,
water.
right? The water and the sand, maybe. What about the sand? Sand here,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can also talk about the clothes. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you see, Esmeralda? Something with clothes? No.
We have dress. The mom. Their kids have bath clothes.
Yeah, like bath, right? Like going to or beach. I don't know, or light.
Dress.
You can say light clothes also, right?
And maybe a towel.
Towel, yes. So you see, my point is that when don't just write. It's a bad answer if you say, "I see a family in a beach," right? Don't not in this exam. In this exam, try to be very specific. Whatever you see, if you see here a shark, I don't know, a shark attacking here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, a shark could be attacking. It's very close. So yeah, that's my advice. Try to write good sentences. Remember, subject, verb, object. Show them that you write, that you know English, but try to write more than one sentence. You can speak about the sea, the sun, the water, the sand, the clothes, the towel, I don't know, the weather. You can see up, yeah, weather, and you understand my point? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, yeah, you have to try to describe details. That's very important. Okay. If you don't know a word, don't write. Right. I'm sorry, I don't know. Right. No. Yeah. Another idea.
Just
Different
leave it.
idea. Yes. So if you don't know a word, yeah, okay. Try to explain with a different way. Instrucciones, oraciones completas, complete sentences, guys. Okay. I don't want to see phrases like sun good, right? Clothes light, no, right? It's like Cherokee Indian guy talking, right? How, right? No. You have to write sentences, complete ideas, subject, verb, object, okay? Yeah, it says you can see the image, use the mouse or trackpad to move, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's not, this part is not that difficult in the exercise, but yeah, I will tell you how to get better scores, right? By writing. You have to do the same, like it's by speaking. Speak about the follow. So instead of writing, you have to speak. You understand? You have to describe by speaking up the image that appears on the screen. So same question, Genesis. What do you see here?
¿Qué pasa?
What do you see?
Se va la señal.
Or Araceli, what do you see in the picture?
Hello.
I see the traffic light.
Se va la señal.
I see the sign letters.
Yeah.
I see
sign.
a tree.
Hello.
Hello. Who wants to speak? Yeah, excellent.
Building.
Building, yes. But of course, try to make better sentences. For example, you can say, I see traffic light. Yeah, you can say, yeah, I see traffic light above, right? Actually, I see that the red light is on. Yeah. So you're doing well, but take advantage on building, for example, and try to make a sentence. That's my advice. Okay? And then sign, yeah, it's good, but try to make a sentence. Right? Like sign is below the traffic light, right? It says road closed. So that's my advice. Understood? Yes? Yeah,
Yes.
so it's the same as writing. Remember that it's an opportunity to show them that you speak. So don't just make a list of things. Try to say good sentences, complete sentences, okay? Excellent. So that's also not difficult. The tips is like try to describe the image. You can practice with pictures, guys, okay? You can practice, maybe enter to the Facebook and try to describe pictures, okay? Then speak with clarity, open your mouth, natural pace, okay? Don't get into panic, please. Women, do you enter into panic? Esmeralda, no? No? Araceli, no?
No.
So, if you're nervous, breathe, okay? Deep breath. Then speak, okay? Then speak. Don't get nervous. Just try to say what you see, okay? 20 seconds to observe the image, okay? And then you have to start the recording automatically, okay? There is another type 8, read then write. Respond to the questions in at least 50 words, it says, right? So there is always a question here, and you have to write here.
Pero te escuchan, boy.
Okay. So, in this case, in the exercise, the question is, describe a time you were surprised. What happened? For example, Pedro, describe a time you were surprised. What happened?
When my family gave me a surprise.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Let me help you. What if you never were surprised by no one, right? Remember, it's a test. You can lie, okay? Or you can describe something that is not really true. I don't know, right? So don't get nervous and don't complicate yourself. It's like just maybe choose something like describe a time you were surprised. Maybe a gift, right? Maybe a gift, right? So you can describe, but don't think too much. It's like that's bad in the exam, okay? Just choose something obvious, but then you have to write, of course, about this. Usually is an answer that you have to write here, and then you have to develop with usually reasons, right? Reason 1, reason 2, a conclusion. So that's what they expect, okay? You can maybe write lines describing what you have in your head, but the content, don't complicate yourself, okay? Did you understand, Pedro? Yes?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, so it's a test. What they want is like good sentences here, okay? You cannot choose the question. You just need to answer that question, okay? Tips. Yeah, time. Manage time, okay? Very important. Yeah, make sure that your answer is good, okay? For example, describe a perfect day. And then, yeah, I don't like the world, right? I hate the world. No, it's not related, okay? Just choose an answer, then develop. Okay, that's it. Emplea los mejores hábitos. Yeah. It's writing. Remember, it's writing. So pay attention to the way you write. It's very important. Okay, good sentences, connectors, transitions, punctuation. All right. Yeah, of course, we have general tips. As I said before, you can have classes with us, and we can help you, right, on details. Then it's not that difficult, of course. Okay. What else? Yeah, let's jump. Type 9, read, then speak. Very similar, right? In this type of question, you have to respond in a question, okay, on the screen. So you will see a question on the screen similar to this one. Describe your favorite subject in school. What is it? Why do you like it? How long have you? And why is important to you? This is a copy taken from the IELTS, okay? In the IELTS exam, you have that question. So it says prepare to speak for at least 30 seconds about the question below, okay? They will give you preparation time, and then you have to speak. A piece of advice, follow instructions. What they want is just an answer, okay? And then in the development of your answer, you have to usually answer these questions. That's my advice. So don't complicate yourself. Try to choose something and defend your position with this type of information. That's what you're supposed to do. Las instrucciones aparecerán por 20 segundos. Yeah, you will have 20 seconds. The instructions in front of you. The watch indicates the time left. Okay. That's it. In talking about tips, habla claramente. Okay. Speak up. Natural. Because they will see if your answer is fluent. What is fluency? If you have pauses, that's a problem. Okay. If you speak just for 10 seconds, that's pretty bad. That's not fluency. You have to show them that you speak fluently. So don't stop talking. Try to speak like a little bit more. Then clarity is important. Clarity means make an effort to pronounce properly, then try to open your mouth, okay? Natural, yeah, don't speak like a robot. Like, I believe that this is true because, no. It's not natural means, oh, that's an interesting question, right? Favorite subject. Oh, yeah, my favorite subject, of course, in the whole world is math. Let me explain why. So you say natural, not like, math. No, that's bad. So is speaking. If you are nervous, hide that. Okay, try to speak with confidence. Not too many pauses. The simplest way is like choose something. For example, I chose math, right? And then try to describe this. What is it? Why? You don't need to answer all the questions, but most of them, yes. Okay, so that's the simplest way of speaking. You can say always an example, or you can say always a detail, right? Like my math professor's name was, right? Or financial mathematics, or I don't know. So it's up to you, okay? It says here, tómate tu tiempo, take your time, plan the answer. You will be given 30 seconds to plan, so you can plan a little bit on okay, la respuesta, reason 1, reason 2, maybe, okay? That's more than enough. So, what's a little practice? What's your describe your favorite subject in school, Brigitte?
Hi. My favorite subject is art. Why is the reason this is my favorite subject? Because I love to draw. I really enjoy it when I'm making new designs. Plus, I can see it's a little bit like an artist because you imagine what you want to draw in a paper. I've been studying it for a while when I was child, from school, then college, and now I would like to continue in the university, like to improve more my skills.
Perfecto. Okay. That's what I want. It's like a person talking, you see? Person talking, fluency, details, and some organization. Excellent. Okay. Can you improve
you.
this? Of course you can improve, but that's what I want. That's what the Duolingo guys want. You understand? Same question to Araceli.
Okay, and my favorite subject is math, and I like the numbers. And how long have you studied it? I study. I study in a school only, but it's my favorite subject. And why it's important for you? And I'm in my work. I use more numbers.
Perfecto. Okay. Maybe some a piece of advice, guys. Okay, those are information questions. So a way to understand faster, usually question. I used to do this. For example, what the what questions usually focus on a noun. What is it? It's a subject, right? What is it? It's a science, right? What is it? So usually the answer is a noun. Then the why, the answer usually is a reason. You understand? You have two whys here, and the answer is a reason. If it were where, right? Where the answer focus on a place. If it were when, the answer focus on time. You understand? Time, place. So in your head, this will help you to understand faster this stuff, right? Why do you like it? Why it's important to you? Reasons, right? So you can start with because, right? Yeah, I think it's important because, yeah, I like it because, right? How long? ¿Cuánto tiempo? Right? How long have you? So time. Remember? So that's my advice. That's something that nobody will tell you, but yeah, trust me, this will help you. Okay. Tipo de pregunta 10. Type number 10. Listen, then speak. Escuche y después hable. Right? Yeah, you will be asked about listening, right? Something, and then speaking aloud. Okay. For example, speak the answer to the question you hear. So there's a question, and then you have to answer, right? Instructions, yeah, you will see instructions for 20 seconds, right? And then during this time, you will, listen the question again, right? Those are normal questions that you have to answer. But remember, the question is not important, okay? So don't complicate yourself. Don't think too much. For example, coffee or tea, Esmeralda? Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Tea. Okay. So don't complicate yourself in the question, or I don't know, coffee or tea. I don't know, maybe coffee or maybe no. Choose something, answer. But what is the difference, Esmeralda? If you just said tea, do you think it's a good answer?
No.
No, because you have to demonstrate that you speak. Remember, it's a speaking part. So don't. You can say, for example, I'd rather, maybe, right? tea to coffee. So this line sounds much better. I'd rather tea to coffee, right? The first reason, maybe. First of all, so maybe a reason here, maybe a second reason here. So that's my structure. Typical structures that you can use in this question is like try to answer with a complete sentence, then reason one, reason two, then a conclusion if you want. Okay? So that's my advice. It will be simpler. All right, guys? It's like, remember, it's an opportunity to show your English. So if the question is, what's your name? So don't say, oh, Iván. No, because it's an opportunity to show them that you speak. So they expect from you complete sentences. I'd rather, you can say, I prefer, for example, right? I prefer tea. Well, you have to, let me erase because this is a mistake. You have to say, I'd rather tea than coffee. This is the correct structure, okay? I'd rather tea than coffee, or I prefer tea to coffee, okay? So that's the correct structure that you can use, but it's not writing, it's speaking. So a piece of advice is try to speak more, right? It says here, clarity, natural pace, right? Good words, structures, sentences, variation. This is important. This is a good tip for the whole Duolingo. At the moment of writing or speaking, don't use same words. Don't say, I have a problem, my problem is that, and the problem is this one. Finally, when I have a problem, I usually ask my father. So you won't get the highest score. When you use same words, it's not the highest score. So what they want is like try to focus on synonyms. Okay, what is a synonym of problem?
Trouble.
I don't know. Trouble, yes. Alexander. No. Pedro, difficulty? Oh man. So difficulty, right? So that's my advice. Try to make some variations on some words. Make an effort at least, of course. Of course, I know that sometimes it's difficult, but make an effort to vary a little bit on vocabulary, especially when you write and when you speak, okay? Sección sin calificación, yeah, speaking sample, yeah, 1 to 3 minutes. There is one part, right, that you will be recorded as it's a video. You have to answer a question. In here, you can see the question. Choose a plant or animal that you have learned about and that you think is interesting. Describe some of the challenges or dangers the organism faces and explain how it has adapted for survival. So this one is one of the difficult questions because they will give you from 1 to 3 minutes and you have to speak. A piece of advice is like, yeah, try to have an answer. It's very important, a clear response, and then try to develop this with details, usually reasons, reason 1, reason 2, but follow this stuff because it says describe some of the challenges. So you see, you cannot just answer and reason 1, reason 2. Here I have to speak about challenges, right? And explain how, right? How it has adapted. So the adaptation, right? The adaptation. So that's what you're supposed to do. 1, 3 minutes. Do not focus on timing. I would say the minimum is 1. So at least 1 minute, okay, to speak. You will see that it's possible to speak for at least 1 minute. It's not that much. It seems it's a lot, right? 3 minutes. But with practice, you will see that it's not that much. Normally, 1 minute will give you the chance to say an answer, reasons, Of course, you have to make a point here, then something else. Yeah, it's more than a minute here. Okay. Yeah, I know I have to run because like writing sample is another. It's very similar, but by writing. Okay, so you have to write for 3 to 5 minutes. So about that specific topic. Okay. In this case, the topic is: do you think parents should be held responsible if their child causes trouble at school or in public? Why or why not? So usually it's the yes, right? Yes, and the reason 1, reason 2, conclusion. That's what you have to write. When I say reason 1, you have to write more than just a reason, right? You have to make a point. So that's usually what the structure in these writings. Those are like short essays that you have to write. 3 minutes is not that much. In the TOEFL exam, for example, they give you 30 minutes. So as you could see, it's not 3 minutes is not that much, but try to write the answer, reason 1, reason 2, conclusion, I would say. Okay, a little bit more in the reason 1, reason 2, and yeah, that's 3-5 minutes. Usually 5 minutes is a paragraph. That's what I'm saying. You have the chance to write a paragraph. Okay. Remember, it's not only writing, it's grammar structures, the way you connect your ideas, punctuation, the words that you usually use. Okay, don't repeat words, try to vary a little bit. So that's what you have to, as you could see, right? That's what you have to do in this question. I'm trying to run because yeah, I know time, right? I cannot stay with you all until late hours. But questions so far. That's the Duolingo exam. Questions so far. Nada? Nothing? Okay, let's close this part by practicing, okay? Let's close this workshop, okay? Consejos para tener éxito en el Duolingo. Let's close this with practice, okay? Who wants to practice? You want to practice? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's practice. Imagine we are in the Duolingo exam. You're in front of the computer, and we have to do this part. Let me enlarge this for you, okay? You have more chances if you read. Yeah, I know. It's a little bit short, but okay. One by one, okay? Pedro, can you read the level A? This one, please.
The sun is the star at the center of the solar system. It seen.
Okay, so you think it is seen?
It is
How
seen.
about you guys?
Yes. Is.
It is seen, right?
Yes.
Como esto es visto. Yeah. Okay. So, Alexander, what are you thinking here? It is seen. What do you think about this? Yeah.
The first one in. I don't know. The second one is sun. No, sun.
Yeah. Let me help you. We're talking about the sun.
Yes.
We're talking about the sun. The sun is the star at the center of the solar system. We're talking about the sun. It, el sol, right? It is seen. Este es visto in the
Sky.
Sky.
Yes, sky.
Okay. And
Given.
And
The gifts.
yes.
Gives.
Well,
Gives.
why not given? Because let me explain also this to you. When you link
Because
the
it's
and,
the person.
yeah, it's a you're linking two verbs. It is seen and gives. You see, it is and gives. Light. Okay, so to the
To
earth. Yes. Brigitte, when
The sun is in the sky. I think it's
when the sun is in the sky. Agree, guys? Disagree? What do you think?
Agree.
Yes.
Yes.
When the sun is in the sky.
it is a
Okay.
day.
When the same? When the sun
It's in the sky. It is
okay. When the sun is
It's
not
not.
in
The sky
The sky. Yes.
is in night. It is night.
it is night. Yes.
yes.
What do you think, Esmeralda? Yes, no?
Yes.
It is night. Perfecto. Muy bien. Muy bien. Well, you can do it. You see, you can do it. But piece of advice. Pay attention who's the subject, okay? Or what is the subject in this case? And verbs, okay? What is the verb is very important. Then pay attention to connectors. Connectors, very important.
No piques la oreja con estos auriculares, güey. Es el cauchito.
Okay. B. Let's do number B. Esmeralda, can you read, please? First part.
Minneapolis is a city in Minnesota. It is next to St. Paul.
Yeah, it is next to.
Yes, next to Paul, Minnesota.
Perfecto, muy bien. Genesis. What else? St. Paul.
St. Paul and Minneapolis are
Cold.
yeah,
Cold?
no, cold. It's cold.
Yes.
Cold.
It's no.
It's cold.
Cold.
Yeah.
The twice cities.
Twin.
The twin cities because they are right next to it. Yes, next to it.
Next to
each other.
each other.
Yes.
Se junta el each con el otro. Each other.
No veo.
Each other. Yeah. Perfecto. Minneapolis. Araceli, Minneapolis.
Minneapolis is the biggest city in Minnesota with about 317 people, 70,000 people. People was live here.
Who?
Oh, people who live.
People
Who live?
People who live
here
enjoy the lake, park, and rivers.
and arrivals.
Yeah, because it's like you have to understand that when you have who live here, it's like this is the subject and this is the verb. Since we already have the verb, it has to be who. You understand? People who live here is extra information. So you have to have like enjoy. That's the verb, right? Lakes, parks, and rivers. Here it should be rivers, but I don't know because it's plural.
Yes, because
plural and plural. But I don't have
lakes,
room for
parks, and
for
rivers.
I don't have room for the S. Do you think this is correct?
No.
No.
Because then we're gonna think that we make mistakes.
Yeah. So I think I know. I think it's just river and river, right? I know.
Yeah.
because I don't have room. But yeah, excellent, guys, excellent. You see, this is the exam. You have to do this, and then we have to compare, right? And we have to think, of course. But this is the exam. That's what you're supposed to do. You want to do one more or next?
Next.
Okay. You have to you have to see the words that actually, the actual words in English. Okay. So you have to choose words that actually are common words. Okay. So let's do level 1A. Okay, we're going to do this one. All of you, tell me words that you think are the answers. Okay, actual words.
Wait.
Wait.
Once. Watching. Bouquets. Answers. 19. Waiting. Walks.
Any of you?
Talking.
Pedro, what do you think?
Walks.
Do you think this is a word in English? Cooking?
No.
No.
I think.
So do you agree with those words?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
No.
No? Esmeralda, yes?
Yes.
Yes, yes, you did it perfectly. Gibbs, now there's no such like Gibbs with 2S, right? No. 19 is good. Wait, once, yeah. Watching, answer, waiting, yeah. Good job. Excellent. Let's do the B part again. All of you, okay? All of you, because we're trying to do it together.
Well,
how about B?
Cook.
Well, cook. From.
Table.
Same.
Table. Where's table? Ah, here.
And then same.
Red.
Birthday. Like.
Likes.
Girls.
Red.
Back.
Done.
14.
Song.
14 is correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some.
And that's it.
That's it.
Well, cool.
Yeah,
that's it.
One chair, no?
No.
Yeah.
Perfecto. Okay.
Well,
Of course, in the exam, you will have levels.
Same.
At the beginning, it's easy, then more difficult, right? But yeah, excellent. Excellent. You did it
Es
excellent.
que Emily va a estar gritando.
Maybe let's jump to level 2.
Estamos
Like.
practicando ahora.
Can you choose, please?
Leak.
Some.
Talent.
Allows.
Amount.
Talent.
Talent, you said?
Scientific.
Yeah.
Besides.
Amount.
Amount. Where's amount?
Next to
Okay.
talent.
Yeah, next to talent.
Bucket.
Yeah, bucket.
Bucket?
Some.
Next to amount.
Despite.
Scientific.
Despite. Scientific.
Pose.
Countryside.
Countryside.
Yeah,
Countryside. Pose, you said?
Shoot as well. Shot.
Kite.
Pipe.
I don't know what is called.
Besides.
What about silk? Pipe?
Pipe as well. Besides.
Pipe as well.
Mhm.
Besides?
Kite.
As well. Yeah.
kindly or kindly?
No,
Kindly.
it's kindly.
Kindly. Mhm.
Yeah, it was
So
a mistake
no.
in there.
Silk,
No.
No.
¿cómo se dice seda en inglés?
¿Cómo?
¿Cómo?
¿Cómo se dice seda?
Seda. Mm,
Silk.
No.
Silk.
Silk.
No.
No.
It's a new word.
A new word.
New word. Okay.
Yeah.
So you see, a little bit more difficult. You understand? A little bit more difficult, but that's the exam. Okay, that's the exam we have to practice. In the actual
Yes.
in the Duolingo page, you can take an exam. Okay, a free exam. You can do it, and then if you do that, maybe you can send me to the results so that I can give you a feedback. Okay, on what you're supposed or what you may need. Okay, for a good preparation. In the Duolingo
Can I
website,
ask you
yeah,
something?
yeah, of course.
Hello. No entendí, tía. Me va la señal.
Yeah. So, do you listen now?
Iván,
Yes?
can I ask you something?
So,
Of course, yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. If we do in here the free exam, the practice exam, and then we get the results, we can do again, like to try again.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's the same test, of course. It's the same test. So, piece of advice is do it once, and you can send me the results so that I can help you. Okay. Because of time.
Yes, because the last time I did this exam,
Yes.
and I'm trying like to do it again, but then they said that we need to send a thing for someone the video, something like that. So I was like not sure. That's what I need to do next. So that's the reason I just stop. I get the score, and that's it.
Maybe you can give it a try with a different email address, okay? So that you can maybe you may receive a different test, okay? And then after done that, maybe you can send me your score so I can give you a feedback, okay, on what you may need. And
how we can send you that?
Well, I'll send my maybe WhatsApp number, right, so that you can connect with me.
Okay.
And then the idea is like you have to. Yeah, I have to close today's workshop because it's late, I know, but I prepared for you guys some exercises that you could see. But yeah, you can have same exercises in the Duolingo website. You can take the actual exam. Okay.
The last question that I would like to ask you, if it's possible.
Yeah, of course.
It's gonna be quick. Do you know which is the highest score that we need to get for like to pass?
Of course, yes. It's like the Duolingo is between 10 and 160, right? And usually it goes like in on every 5 points, right? You will see scores. A good score usually is above 100. Okay, if you get above 100, it's good. What universities ask usually is 115, for example. Of course, the more the better, but that would be your objective. If I were you, I would try to get more than 100 and 115 at least, and the more the better. Okay. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. Because you have you can make mistakes, right?
Because
160.
Because in the score that I gave was below 110. 110.
110. Yeah, so
yes.
You may need a little bit more than that, right? More than 110. Yes?
Okay.
So a little bit more. If I were you, I would try to get at least 115. Okay. So that's
Okay.
the typical score that universities ask. Rather, it may vary a little bit.
Require
All right.
115.
Yes.
Okay.
So questions. It says what matters most is how you see yourself. All of you are very talented guys. Okay, all of you can do it. It's just work. You have to start your practices. You have to try to focus on details, and that's actually what that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you. Okay, so if you need that more further information, just let me know. Of course, I'll try to help you. You can take a test if you want. You can take a test in the Duolingo website, and then you can send me your results. Okay, I'll send you my WhatsApp number maybe, so that you can
Okay.
be in touch with me. Okay, and then of course you can
Sure.
talk with me so that I can help you. Any question, guys? Any comments?
No. Not really.
No.
Just to say thank you.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm here to help you guys. By the way, oh yeah, I need to write my WhatsApp number, right? Just in case. And then it was a pleasure actually to have you. Okay, and I hope you get a good score in the Duolingo exam. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think I'll see you soon. That's
See you
all for
soon.
today, I think. And that's my WhatsApp number. You can just send me a message. Okay, just in case
I
you
think
need
we need to put the
preparation.
plus, right?
Yes,
Plus
you have to.
591.
A piece of advice: prepare for these exams. If you have the chance to prepare, you can take a 1 month course with Educenter, for example. Okay, with personalized classes. Yeah, that's my advice. It's prepare for this exam with a personal trainer. That would be much better for you. If you needed more help with your English, don't worry. Okay, we can help you also with your English. It's just practicing. Okay, I'm working with Esmeralda these days, right? So yeah, it's good. It's just trying to get a good score with practice, and a tutor will help you guys to get your score. Okay, so it was a pleasure to have you, all of you, and I hope to see you soon. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so Ivan, thank you for your time today and for letting us know more about these important tips to pass the Duolingo test. And thank you to the audience for being with us. And we will see you soon. Bye bye.
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 Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.